So if you see on the screen here, it says On Easy, and On Easy is the name of this platform. It's called On Easy because we're saying this is so you can own a home the easy way. And the reason we say that is because we have a credit repair program, a credit repair legal plan that we can start with. If they need to get credit ready before they're mortgage ready, then we can help with that. And then we can help them all the way till they get to the closing table. So that's why it's called On Easy, because you can own a home the easy way. Just so that we're not complete strangers, my name is Michelle Chambers. I am a real estate broker in Texas. I'm a real estate agent in Alabama. I'm a notary in Texas, a mortgage loan officer in all 50 states. And I love saying that because I'm just excited about this program. That's why you're here to hear about it. And then also I'm a former educator for 30 years. And so now I'm basically educating people about this other platform, which a lot of people just don't know that you can become a mortgage loan officer this way. So I'm excited about it. I do like to start off by saying that just like anything else in life, you have to put something in to get something out. So we're not guaranteeing anybody any amounts of money. You have to be willing to put something in to get something out. And there is plenty to be made through this platform if you choose to do this opportunity. Our mission is 75% home ownership for all. As I go through the next few slides, it'll make a little more sense. That's why that number was picked out. And then also sometimes you may see hashtag 75 for all on social media. That's what it's referring to, 75% homeownership for all. And our goal is to have 1 million people to become homeowners in the next 5 years. How do we plan to do that? By disputing debt and helping with resolving credit issues, and also by getting people in place to be mortgage loan officers. That's why you're here, because we're out there doing this social media push, trying to let people know that this platform is available and that we're wanting your help, because our goal is 1 million people. That's a lot of people. So we need a lot of help. And then also we provide down payment assistance and financial education. And that's because we want people to get into homes, be homeowners, but we want them to be able to do it responsibly. And so I mentioned about the credit repair program. This shows you a little bit more about the credit repair program here. I just want to tell you about this. It is a legal plan. So it's $149 for it to get started, and then it's $89.95 a month. Let me show you what that plan includes. Our legal plan can assist with all of these things that you see populating on the screen. So it's not just credit repair. It helps out with so many things that are on the report. So you can see here that we offer quite a bit when it comes to the credit repair legal plan. Our goal is to get people in there, get their credit fixed, and get them out so they can become a homeowner. And if for some reason somebody needs an attorney for another reason other than credit, then they can get a 25% discount to an attorney that has something to do with anything else that's not credit related. So that's an awesome opportunity. A few more benefits that also go along with the credit repair legal plan you see here. We do have a lot of people that get into it and they stay into it even after their credit is better, just because of all of the other benefits with it. But you see attorney guided dispute letters, I already mentioned that. The utility payment and credit builder reporting is available. So if they're paying a water bill on time, if cell phone bill on time, you can report those things as well. So those can be reported to the credit bureaus as well to help the score to go up. And then also there's an opportunity for the score simulator and tracker. So they can look at a particular account and they can say, if I pay down this account to this amount of money, what will my score probably look like? So this is the credit repair legal plan part of this process. And again, that's why the program is called On Easy, because we're saying you can own a home the easy way. We can help you basically like a one-stop shop, get your credit right, so then you can be able to get a mortgage a little bit later on. And that's our plan to do so. How did this platform even come to be? Our co-founder started looking at racial inequality in the United States as far as home ownership is concerned. And you can see here by looking at the numbers here, home ownership rate by race, you can see the different ones from 44% percentile up to the 73 percentile. That's a huge gap. Don't have to be a mathematician to realize there's some big numbers there between that 40 and the 70 there. And so our co-founders looked at it and they said, well, we're going to choose 75%. So if it's 75% home ownership for all, that's going to be our goal. That's why I mentioned at the beginning on one of the first slides that's our goal, 75% home ownership for all, hashtag 75 for all. You may see that quite a bit. And so how did that wealth gap even come to be? Basically one word, redlining. That's how that huge gap between the 40 percentile and the 70 percentile came to be. Redlining. If you haven't heard of redlining, you can definitely Google it and find all kinds of maps back in the day where they actually did red lines. They actually used red red to draw lines around certain areas. And they said minorities live here. We're not giving loans out in these areas. And so from 1934 to 1968, the federal government had a great idea. Let's do 30-year mortgages so more people can afford homes, over a span of time, which was good. And they also did lower interest rates. That was great. But 98% of the mortgages went to Caucasian families. And that's great too. That's fine. The problem just came when minorities were not able to take advantage of that same opportunity. And so when you see on the map, it says hazardous. Hazardous basically just meant minorities live here. We're not giving loans in these areas. So that's how that huge wealth gap, that's 34 years that their wealth gap came to get so big that way. And so what our plan is to combat that is to see how many mortgage loan officers we can get in place to help that. And then, so it says at the top, community loan officer. The reason for that is we would love to have a mortgage loan officer in every community. And our goal is to help the low and the moderate income families. We want to bring hope to those people that thought, it's not going to happen for me. Home ownership is just probably off the table for me. It's not going to even happen. We want to let them know, hey, let's not give up hope. Let's just get out there. Let's try. If you've got the credit, or you're willing to work on your credit, if you have the finances, or you're willing to save up some money to be able to do this, we're willing to help you. And so we have standard loans, no subprime loans. We have FHA, VA, USDA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. We have conventional. We also have jumbo loans. So if somebody wants to buy a $3 million house, we can definitely help with that. Our goal is just, or our focus is just more on the low to moderate income families. And then one thing I really love about this platform is the manual underwriting piece. And when a loan application comes into the system, it's automatically accepted or it's rejected based on what the person put in. When they type it all in and you put all that information in there about yourself and your finances and all that, then the system just kind of automatically accepts or rejects it. A lot of times, if it's rejected, then a loan officer will see it and they'll just say, I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm sorry, sir. We're not going to be able to help you now. Work on your credit, work on your finances, whatever it is they need to work on, and then get back with us. And we don't do that. We say, we'll pull it to the side. If it's rejected, we're going to pull it to the side. They will look through it to see, usually as an underwriter will go through it with a fine-tooth comb. How can we help? What can we do to help out? And so we'll try to get them a game plan in place so that they can become a homeowner. We also have FHA 203K loans. And then also we can do a loan with a credit score as low as a 580, which is fantastic. Even though we do tell them we prefer them to get a higher credit score so that they can get a better interest rate. So what does it look like as a loan officer in this platform? You see there are two different shades of blue here. That dark blue, the loan buddy, that's a seasoned loan officer. They've been in the business at least 10 years or more. And notice that they have most of the work on their side. What you would be doing, what I do is a loan officer that's on the light blue side there. What would you do? These three things. First thing, help the home buyer to complete the loan application. You would have a website. You can give them that link so that they can complete the loan application. So that's something we can pass out links all day long. Somebody wants the Instagram. You saw this on Instagram. I saw this on TikTok. I want you to see this. And we're passing out that link to give to them. So we're used to passing out links. So we can just give them a link so they can sign up for a home application and get that done. If they need help along the way, of course, you would have gone through training, so you'll know the 9 parts of the application, so you'll be able to help out. The second thing we do as a loan officer through this platform is to help gather any documents that they need. And on this part, the home buyer, the potential home buyer, they can start uploading those documents themselves because they'll have a portal to upload everything to. But if they have trouble with it, maybe they're not tech savvy, or maybe they just keep doing documents, they keep taking these scanning, or they're just taking pictures and we just can't use them because they're not legible, then you would step in as a loan officer to say, let me help you, Mr. Buyer, Miss Buyer. Let's try to work on this and let me, so we can keep this process moving. Let's get these documents turned in correctly. And then the third thing we do through this platform is to be able to answer any questions that the potential home buyer may have. So that's usually the biggest one where people are like, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to answer a question. They're going to ask me something and I'm going to have no idea what to say, because maybe I've never been in this field before, or maybe I haven't been in this field to this extent. But you will have a seasoned loan officer that you see in this dark blue doing all this work over here. You can ask them the question, they can give you the answer. You can get back with the home buyer and tell them what it is. You'll be going through training. So a lot of this you'll have known in training because you would have heard it already. And then also as a mortgage loan officer community, we all work together to help each other. We're there texting and chatting throughout the day, trying to help with different loan situations that come up. So if a concern of yours with this platform would be, I don't know how I can do this by myself, you will not have to do it by yourself. You'll have plenty of help. I just tell people you just have to have take that pride hat off and ask the questions until you learn what's going on. Just like we do in any business. When you first start off a job, you don't even know what a restroom is in the place first. You have to try to figure out where's everything, where's the cafeteria, where's the lunchroom, whatever it is, you have to try to find those things out. Same thing with any type of job you get started. And so this, we just say, you just gotta ask until you find the answers out. And that's what we're all doing until we find it. And there's always gonna be something to learn that we all need to learn. The next thing is, I think this is really neat, and maybe because I am a realtor, I really like this part. But as of December 16th, 2022, the FHA said that now, as a real estate agent, you can be a real estate agent and you can be a mortgage loan officer. And you can be it on the same transaction, which means to call it double dipping. You can double dip. You can, as a realtor, you can walk away from the closing table with not one check, but two checks, which I think is fantastic. I do always give a caveat and tell you if you are, you'd have to check with your broker to see if your broker will allow you to do that. Because some brokers will say, yes, you can be that on the same transaction. Some will say no. So you just have to check with them. If I always tell people, if the broker does say, no, you can't do that, that's okay. You're going to be licensed in 49 other states. So you can be the MLO, the mortgage loan officer, on those transactions. And then you can still be a mortgage loan officer in your own state when you're not a realtor on that particular one. So that's still a win-win situation any way it goes. And for the most part, if you talk to 10 realtors, maybe 2 may know about this already. Some of them they're like, I never heard of that. You can't do that. Tell them to Google December 2022 Federal Housing Administration to find out some details. And so as a mortgage loan officer through this platform, you will be able to help families now to get into a home. You're going to earn commission. You'll be able to help families refinance later when the rates drop and earn commission. And then you'll be able to help families when they're ready to buy a new home. Maybe they want to get a bigger home, or they want to get a smaller home. Then you'll be able to help. Every time you help and you are earning commission. And so again, we're saying the rush is on because we're just trying to get 1 million families into home ownership in the next 5 years. So that's a lot of people. So we need a lot of help. So we're enlisting the help of anybody that has a passion to help. You see this list here? This is not an exhaustive list. These are just showing you some of the people that have already started partnering with us in this mission that we have right now. And we're just looking for anybody that you've got the passion to do so. I mean, like I said, you see there, we got preachers, we've got teachers, we've just got some of everybody that's just interested in making an impact and an income by helping us with this platform of home ownership. So if that's you, if that's somebody you know, let them know about this platform. So we talked about credit repair and how we can get them credit ready so they can get mortgage ready. We talked about the loan buddy and the loan officer and how that process works. Let's talk about the money because we want to make an impact, but we want to make some income, right? So let's talk about that. What it looks like through this platform as a loan officer, the income is the commission is 1% to 1.4%. So that means you would just multiply that 1% times whatever the loan amount for the house was, whatever the price of the house is. That's what you multiply that by to see what money you would make on that particular one. And you can make up to 1.4%, depending on where you are in the process. Now, let's look at this. The first 10 transactions, you see there's a split here. We have to split it with the loan buddy, right? Because they're doing most of the work. Remember the light blue and the dark blue slide? So the loan buddies are doing most of the work. So we have to split that commission with them. We can't just expect them to do it for nothing. So the first 10 transactions, you would get 65%. The loan buddy would get 35%. I think that sounds pretty good because they're doing most of the work, but we're getting most of the pay. I don't know very many jobs where that happens. I don't know why it happens with On Easy, but I'm so glad it does. And I'm not going to question it at all. And so the next 10 transactions, you would get 75%. The loan buddy would get 25%. 21 on up, you would get 85%. The loan buddy would get 15%. Keep in mind, they're still doing most of the work, but then you're still getting more and more of the pay because now you're getting faster. You know exactly how to help them get them through that loan application a little bit faster. You know how to get those documents uploaded quickly and keep the process moving. You're able to answer maybe some of the questions now. You don't have to ask as many questions to the loan buddy or to some of your MLO partners. So it moves a lot faster. So then you're able to make more income that way. So let's look at numbers and what that would look like. So let's say you have 3 families. And the homes were $250,000 as far as the prices were. Your part of that, your commission would be $4,875. That's just your part. That's not including the loan buddy's part. That's just your part. And this 100 BPS is 100 basis points is what it stands for. And it just means 1%. So 3 houses, helping 3 families at 1%. And then if that 1%, remember, you get 65% of that. So then this would be your share right there. That's your share. And then you can see the other numbers there. Of course, the more houses you do in a month, then the more money you make. And then of course, depending on how many transactions you've already done as to how much your percentage would be. It could be 1.2%. You see here that 120 basis points is just 1.2%. That 140 basis points is 1.4%. So you can see it goes up the more you sell. And then of course, a $250,000 price point for a house, that's kind of average, but you know, it's kind of on the low end for a lot of areas. So it's probably gonna be a lot higher than that when it comes to it in many areas. I know, I think, so who's that? Somebody said they were in, don't say it was Karen maybe, said you're in Texas. And I know Texas, the average rate on houses is a lot higher than 250 right now. So now this next part, you have 4 different ways that we can make money. I need somebody to put in the chat before I start talking about this next part. I do not have to build a team. Because when I get to this part, some people, the only thing they hear is, oh no, this is pyramid. I gotta start asking people, do you want to join my team? No, you do not have to do this part. This is gonna be like extra money you could make if you want to. You can decide, I just want to get people pre-approved. I just want to get them in the houses. Point blank, that's all I want to do. And if that's the case, just do that and just be fine with that. And we're fine with that. But we just want you to know that, yes, Karen, they are much higher in Texas. They sure are. And so I need one person put in the chat, I do not have to build a team. Now, while I'm waiting for somebody to put that in chat, just so you know what a team is in this platform, that means somebody signs up for credit repair. They're on your team. It's that simple. They're on your team. All right. So somebody you get, because again, we're in this mortgage field, so somebody's going to need some credit help before they can get that house. That's just going to happen. That's just the way the way it runs. And so one way to get somebody on your team is they've signed up for credit help. The next way is if somebody sees that Jocelyn is on MLO now and they're like, hey, I want to do that too. Well, then she signs them up as an MLO, then that person is also on your team at that point. So there are 2 ways to get people on your team. But again, you do not have to build a team. You don't have to do it. So let's talk about it. The next 5 or 6 slides are going to be about building a team. So I'm going to tell you like little kids do when they don't want to hear somebody saying something and you put your fingers in your ears and you say, la, 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 can't hear that. You can do that on these next 5 slides if you want to. If you're saying, I don't want to know about this part of it. I just want to get pre-approvals and I just want to get people in the homes. So, but for those of you that say, at least let me hear about it, I may want to do it. I may not want to leave any money on the table. I want to take advantage of everything I can. Let's talk about it. There's an active way to do it. Of course, you're getting the home loans out there. You're getting people signed up for credit repair. Maybe some people are signing up because they want to be a mortgage loan officer. Residual income. The residual income is just like we have residual bills. You get the water bill every month, phone bill every month. This platform, you can have residual income every month, or actually, in this particular case, every week, because it said we get paid every Friday on this part. The 3 bonuses here. Number 3, the bonus part. I'm going to talk about the bonus in just a minute. And then number 4, the leverage part, and we'll talk about that. Of course, that's building a team, which I just mentioned. It could be a credit repair person or somebody that signs up for an MLO, mortgage loan officer. But again, you do not have to build a team. You can decide, I do not want to do this, Michelle. That's not what I got here, came here for. That's fine. If you decide to build a team, everybody starts off as an advocate. Whether you're building a team or not, everybody starts off as an advocate. So in here, you've been advocate, basically meaning that you are, somebody that used in helping out the community. You're ready to be there to help. So if somebody signs up for credit repair, the direct commission you get is $45. That's $89.95 they pay, you get half of that automatically. As soon as they sign up, you're gonna look in your back office and you're gonna see $45 because they just signed up. And then of course, if you decide that you are building a team, then now maybe you're a team advocate. That means you have 3 people on your team, just 3. And now you're getting $53 every time somebody signs up for credit repair, or if they sign up, they want to be a mortgage loan officer because they saw you doing it, then you get that money, the same money for credit repair, same money for a mortgage loan officer if they decide to join you. And then of course, the more people you have enrolled, the more money you can make. The residual income comes in when you have the person that they sign up for credit repair, then that next month, they pay that $89.95 again. Every time they pay, you get paid. And so this just shows what you would get paid depending on your rank. And again, it's not something you have to do, but this money is just available there. If you decide, because if you're going to help somebody with credit repair, why not go ahead and do this part as well too? But it's not something that you have to do. And this is what I mentioned, the 3rd way to make money I mentioned is the accelerator bonus. I love this part of it too. This part here, and again, you don't have to do it, But if you decide I'm going strong, Michelle, I don't want to leave any money on the table. I'm gonna hit it all. I'm ready to go. You get 3 people in the first 3 weeks. You're gonna get $135 direct commission. That's that $45 that I mentioned that you're getting per person. So that's 45 times 3 people. So you're gonna get that $135 just because that's the direct commission. Now, because you went fast, the company says, wow, thank you, Karen, for going fast. We're gonna give you an extra $150. Because remember, the rush is on. We're trying to get 1 million families to become homeowners in the next 5 years. So then that's what that's showing there. Then you get 3 people in the next 3 weeks. You get going up to $159 now because your rank has gone up. And then the company gives you another $150 because you went fast. And then you get 4 people the next time in the next 4 weeks. So that's 10 people in 10 weeks. You get $236 direct commission because your rank has gone up again. And now the company says, thank you. We're going to give you an extra $200. And so that way you're saying that you're in the comma club, you're making $1,000 just that quick, which can definitely be a quick return on your investment. But it's just money that's there for you. You don't have to do it at all. It's up to you. If you're deciding to do it, that means you're probably going to be going all hard on getting everything done. Then that probably means you have people coming in underneath you. And then when they bring in 3 people, they bring in another 3 people, you're getting paid every time they're bringing people in as well too. But again, it's totally up to you if you decide you want to do that part. This is my last slide on the as far as building a team. This one I really love too because it's a housing incentive. This is a housing platform. So our co-founder said, well, what better way to say thanks than to give a housing incentive if people have gone so far. If you've gotten to director status, at least you've helped a lot of people. And so the company wants to turn around and say, now what we want to do is to say thank you and help you out with your mortgage or help you out, with your rent. We do have one national director. She says that her mortgage is 1508. Notice that she's getting paid 1500 every month. She said her rent is 1508. But then her husband is a director. So they're getting $1,900. So now they're about to pay off their home in 9 years instead of the 30 years because of this platform, which is pretty neat. But again, it's not something that you have to do. You just know that that money is available if you're interested. So it's becoming a mortgage loan officer, the traditional route. Let's talk about how that looks. Again, I love this slide too. I think I just love all the slides. But this one is what most people know about. This is a state way to become a mortgage loan officer. There are 2 ways to become a mortgage loan officer. This is a state way. This is the one that most people know about. This is the one. So when I start posting on social media and I say you did not have to take an exam, then that's when everybody starts saying things. Oh no, that can't be true. That's not right. You need to check into that. That's a scam. Yada yada. And then they just don't know the other route. So I don't, get upset with them or anything. I just realize they don't understand. And that's the reason that we're doing these webinars so we can educate people on another opportunity, another way to do it. So state way, you complete the pre-licensing courses, you pass the licensing exam, which does have a pretty high failure rate. You complete an annual renewal and continuing education classes. And then you got to repeat that for every state that you want to be a mortgage loan officer in. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of money. And then on top of that, most of the time on the state side, you have to have a minimum credit score before you can even apply. So if you know that my credit score is about a 500, there's no need to even start taking pre-licensing courses yet until you get your credit score because you're not going to be able to become a mortgage loan officer that way. So if you decide you want to try to do it in all 50 states on the state side, that's going to be a minimum of $25,000 trying to be licensed in all 50 states. That's why you don't see many people on the state side that are licensed in all 50 states. It's a lot of money and it's a lot of time. And so people just don't go that route because of that. They may be licensed in several states, but usually not all 50. When they're on the state side, that's just like, yikes, that's a lot of money. So what we're saying, go the better route. And the better route really is just the federal route. So it's not something that we made up. If you go to the Nationwide Mortgage Licensing System site, and that's on the site that houses all the loan officer licenses, then you'll see that you can click on state or you can click on federal. What we're saying is click on federal so you can be licensed in all 50 states. The way you do it, sign up with us, receive training that'll be in your back office. It's available immediately after you sign up. It'll be there. You can start doing the training. It's all videos. You can do it at your own pace. You can decide, I'm going to go quickly and get this done. We've had people that they just come in and just taking care of business really quickly. And then background checks. We have to get 2 background checks. One through the NMLS system, the Nationwide Mortgage Licensing System, because they're the one that will be holding the license, they're your ID number. And then one through Capital Federal Credit Union, because that's who we work for. And then you also have to get your fingerprints done. And then you'd be able to license and you'd be able to originate loans in all 50 states. So if you're kind of thinking that sounds, I was thinking this kind of sound like a scam. I'm not sure if that's really true. How can I do it and not have to take an exam? We're getting 2 background checks, fingerprints, working for a federal credit union. And y'all know the feds don't play. So this is definitely legitimate. And then yes, we do have this no list. It is very true. There's no state licensing test, no state licensing fees. And you can see all the no's listed there. There is this different state way, federal way. We're talking about the federal way, and it is completely different. We did have one mortgage loan officer. She said she asked the NMLS system, the nationwide mortgage licensing system. She asked them, so why do more people not go the federal route? And they said, because when people do not take the state route, the state loses money. So they just don't mention it to people. So they don't know about it. They just don't know about it. So we're here to make sure that people know about it, that there's a faster way and a quicker way to get up and going and start helping families if you go the federal route. And not only can you help people in your state, you can help people in all 50 states. I was in the middle of, before I got on this webinar, helping somebody that's in Colorado. I'm in Texas, and I'm helping somebody in Colorado complete a loan application. And I've done California and Ohio and Pennsylvania, and I've states that I've never even visited before, which I think is just awesome. I love it. So what does it look like through this platform? $249.90 is what it is with the promo code that we have available. A corporate has given us a promo code. So for right now, it is $249.90. We don't know how long the promo code is good for, but as long as corporate allows us to use it, we're going to keep using it so that people can get in at this price. On our website, it does already say $399.90, but we have the promo code to make it $249.90. So you sign up, you pay the $249.90, then right then and there, you're going to have access to your back office, to the training that's available. And then you would have to go to the NMLS part. That's a whole different site. Then you have to pay $66.25 for the background check and the NMLS fee. Now, of course, one background check is done from Capital Federal Credit Union. That'll be done through that $249.90 when you get on that portal and get your training and see all that's there. They're going to do that right up front. And then you go over to get your other background check through the NMLS system. That's when you pay the $66.25. And then they will take you directly to where you need to go to get fingerprints. They'll let you know, they'll let you show you, put in your address, and then they'll see which one is close to you, or whatever facility, and they will let you know that you can go to that one. So that's how that works. And then the $89.95 is kind of like with the credit repair part. And again, this is something you don't have to do, but it's up to you. But the $89.95, we get everything that the credit repair people get, then some, and we get some more, y'all. We get more than that. And just a few of these I want to mention here. The title services. Not only would you be a mortgage loan officer in all 50 states, you will be a title representative in all 50 states. I love that. So that means you'll be able to help people on the title when it comes to closing and that kind of thing. You get 20% commission on being a title rep on a transaction. And then also we have home warranty services that are coming soon, so that you can also make $50 per home warranty that you have extended to a client. And then we have Note University, which is an investor and opportunity. It's it helps you to learn how to invest in pre-foreclosure properties the way banks do it. It's a pretty neat program. After 3 months with the company, you get it for free. It's a $1,500 course. We can also offer to people that want to be an investor. Maybe they want to be, they don't even know where to get started. You can give them this. You get paid a minimum of $250 if they sign up. A minimum of $250 if they sign up for that platform. And then there's health insurance, low to no cost health insurance. I have Cigna through this program. I pay $0 a month. And then I pay $26.35 for dental and vision. So that's pretty awesome. And there's so many different things. I know it's a lot to mention. If you decide, I do want all of it though. I want to take it all in. I'm gonna go ahead and do the $89.95. Then if you get 5 people in place and then you maintain 5 people, you can have your $89.95 waived. You do not have to pay that anymore. So 5 is free. You get 5 people, you maintain 5 people, you don't have to pay that. But again, if you decide I don't even want to pay this at all, you can do that too. You just won't have access to all of the bonuses and incentives and all those type things. But they're definitely, you say I just want MLO, straight MLO, you can do that. That's the way to do it. And so just saying tonight, if you're interested, get back with the person that told you about this platform and see if you want to sign up, maybe have some more questions that you want to ask, then please just get back with them, ask those questions so you can see if this is something you want to pursue for 2024. It may be, or maybe it's something that you can pass on to somebody else so that they may be interested in it. But it's an awesome way to get up and going in the next 2 to 4 weeks. Just think 4 weeks from now, probably less than that for most people. You're gonna be a mortgage loan officer in all 50 states, and you can help people to get pre-approved for a home loan, which is pretty awesome. So if you're interested, just get back with that person. We'd be glad to answer any questions. We'd be glad to get you signed up if you're interested. Thank you for taking that time to be here this evening. I know you could have been doing other things. We don't take it lightly that you have spent part of your life hearing about this tonight, because you can't get that back. So thanks again, and we look forward to hearing from you if you're interested. Take care and enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye.